Yo, welcome to another episode of Kicking Back with Gap.
Woohoo!
Myself, Guru Ho. Shouts out to the man them.
Yeah,
We're here again with VxMP, Tints, Verse, and the Coloured Don. You get me? Yes, new week, new settings and that. Hey, brother, you
that coloured guy.
to nobody that don't know what's going on here, you know how bad that sounds. Like, proper bad.
That coloured guy.
So anyway, to kick it off, this week is a bit mad, like, because it's been a very, very, very eventful week, like, in music and entertainment. So I just wanted to, like, go by saying big up Daniel Kaluuya, because he's a guy, man, winning that BAFTA the other day. And shouts out to Stormzy. Everybody see the Brits?
Yeah,
You see the
man,
Brits,
see the
man?
Brits though.
Yeah, you saw it just now, bro.
Just see the YouTube clips.
You just see it now?
Yeah.
What do you think of it?
Who, me or him?
You both of you.
Gorgeous.
Representing, that's all I can say still.
Yeah, there's nothing to say about
Yeah, he's
sick,
representing.
man.
Because if
Cold.
anybody else was in his position from the same bits from the ends, guys would say something similar, you know, like that. Like, guys will have the same energy. If not, guys will say something more gas, bro. So,
Man's 30 blood. Man, he's Tupac, fam.
yeah.
Listen, he's Tupac,
He's
you know.
English Tupac
He's
still.
Tupac, fam.
Fam, he did Theresa May, fam.
He could have gone on there and just done his big for your boots, bigged himself up, sang his hymn, and then cut.
kept it calm.
But man,
stand in the water
you get
and
me?
like, keep it calm.
Like, man have been, bare people have been doing bare things and that, but at that level, no one's able to do that, you get me?
Yeah.
No one's able to go to the Brits and diss the Daily Mail.
Daily Mail.
And then the Daily Mail has to tweet, man, congratulations.
Hey, no, that was wild.
That's different,
That's different, fam.
So my question today is, my big main question: should more rappers get involved with political issues?
No,
No.
man shouldn't say that, because then they're doing it for
And not
other
just rappers,
reasons.
entertainers as well.
If they want to, innit?
Oh yeah,
Man
sorry.
shouldn't-
Sorry, you were saying before I got.
Yeah, man shouldn't say that they should, because then they feel obliged to do it, and then they're just doing it because they feel like they should. If they want to do it, someone like Stormzy is a G, bro. But people don't do it because you've seen what Stormzy's like ability and you want some of that. No, that's dead.
I feel like there's gonna be more people that popularize, like, talking about political issues. Don't you think that's gonna become more of a trend? Because it has kind of, since Corbyn come in the other day and that,
Slept in grime and that.
yeah, like Bear Grimeman started coming out with, like, politics. Don't you think?
But to be honest with you, though, there's always kind of been politics in grime, but not as much as it's been lately. In a certain
What do you think?
sense.
Why do you say that?
Here and there, in certain like grime artists that probably do it on the conscience side, they always talk their political things like Kalashnikov. I want to classify Kalashnikov as grime in it, but like it's always kind of been
like a Carla, maybe, and
and
man
things
there.
like that. It's always kind of been in the topic, but not as major as it's been now in a certain sense. But I think it's I'm like VxMP. If they want to talk about it, but I don't think it should be like it's a mandatory thing. Man should bring up a topic about it. That Stormzy's in a position where he can actually say whatever he wants, bro.
You think he can?
Not whatever he wants, but he can say
I
certain
think they're
things
gunning
and get
for him
away
now,
with him.
boy.
Boy,
It's not gonna work. He's
Trust
the
me.
people's champ, bro.
No,
What can
Bro,
he
he's
do,
the
bro?
Rock right now.
What can
He
he
just
do,
people's
bro?
elbowed Theresa May.
Man's the fucking...
Man probably took off the elbow band, did
Come chat
that.
to Stormzy, bro.
and
He's
yeah.
the king of Wakanda, bro.
Trust me, fam.
You get me? You get me? What are you
What you
gonna
gonna
do?
do?
You can't do nothing. You have to allow him, bro.
What did he
He's
win?
the
One
king,
Brit
bro.
yesterday, innit? I swear. It was the two, innit? Yeah,
Brits,
two
bro.
Brits. And one of them, man, said Ross Clock.
Man was gassed because they were standing on the stage in hoodies, bro. Now man wins two Brits, bro.
And say Ross Clock.
Yeah.
Move, man.
Shout
That
out
whole
your
time,
mum,
you know how crazy it is? That whole
Mm,
timeline
bro.
of events for him as well. I saw a picture someone posted like 3 years ago. He went on there with Yeezy
Kanye
and that,
West.
and he was obviously getting cussed the next day, saying, "Oh, you man are all backup dancers,"
And then that's what birth shut up.
Yeah.
It's a mad thing.
And then 3 years later, you winning two Brits and that. Like, that is
Man, shout out
absolutely
to
wild.
guys, bro, man.
It's an absolute mad thing, bro. No
What
one
hard
can
work
touch him.
shows, innit, bro? Like,
Right.
works, bro. That's what you should get, fam.
Man, it's amazing, bro. We're in a time where we gotta be thankful for someone like that that's doing their thing, and is going against the agents, bro. We've never had anybody like that at
No, I
that
hear
level that does that. You get me?
No, I hear that. I appreciate what he's doing.
Neo shit
But
right now.
my question is it his place though? Because at the same time, yeah, like within his lyrics and what he's promoting, it goes against it kind of contradicts what he's like,
saying what?
Because he's like, alright, he's standing up for the people and all of that, yeah. But then in your lyrics, you're saying you were running to JD and kick a man up.
Come on, man.
man.
How
That's
long
your
was that
ups,
song?
innit?
I'm just asking, innit? Like,
Nah. Let man grow, innit? But even if man's doing that, that's nothing to do with. That's not relatable to man. Your house getting burnt down and you being homeless.
I hear that stuff.
You get me? And like man, just the other day, like the other day I was just sitting down and I was just like, no man, like Grenfell, like it's just been forgotten about. It's just the baz. You get me? Like it's just what's going on. You get me? Where's the people? What's going on like with it? And then someone like that could do that on the national stage, innit? Because it's a national tragedy, innit? Like, and it's just been swept under the carpet, or they're trying to. So yeah, no, for someone on that level to be able to bring that back to people's attention, it's brilliant, bro. These people get their jobs too easy, blood. They get some corn and that for like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and then it's just over. So like you've got work to do. You get me? Sort it out, bro. So it's sick, bro.
No, it's sick, bro. Trust me.
Cold.
Super sick,
I can't knock him out. Ooh, blood. Just because man beat someone up in JD.
I'm just saying, innit? Because obviously his lyrics are not the most. They're not. It's not like it's not like he's no, but it's not the same. You see how you said he's Tupac, yeah? You see, like when Tupac was doing his thing, his whole thing was that. Like
but
it's,
you know, it's Tupac.
Yeah, but that
Tupac was talking a mad thing, but you know what it is though. His actions was more inspirational, and that's the same with Stormzy.
No, but
Stormzy's actions are very inspirational. Like seeing a young black person as well from South London, go on stage and do all of that, bro. That's inspirational, fam. Trust me, fam.
Yeah, but everyone's from somewhere. Tupac's not from Beverly Hills.
No, he's not from Beverly Hills, innit? But obviously the actions he took on for black people was inspirational for certain people in certain people's eyes, innit? It's the same as Stormzy, innit? If you look at yourself like you're from South London, you're probably like 16 years old about to do your GCSEs, and you see Stormzy on stage saying all of these madnesses, fam, that's gonna be inspirational. You're gonna think to yourself, right, you know what? My man's only a couple years older than me. If he's done this and saying all of these madnesses, nah, man, I want to go on there and say all of this madness myself, bro.
And to be honest, like I was gonna say, like obviously Tupac did use like references when he was going against the system in his music, but I guess Stormzy's done that anyway, like on his album as well, innit?
Tupac spoke more though, innit?
Yeah.
Like, obviously Stormzy's speaking through his music.
You think we'll see that from him later on, like in his career, just coming out and speaking more just against things that's going on?
100%, because he's in a position to, isn't it? That's all it is. If we was in a position where our voices would make an impact, we would speak, innit? Like,
trust me.
He knows.
Yeah, but would you speak? Because look, someone like the same, it's the same situation almost, but slightly more touchier. Dave the other day, for example, he got huge backlash when he tried to do the politics thing. When he said, there should be more stop and searches and all of that.
Stop and searched him.
I don't know if that was...
And they go stop and search him. Too right, mate. He said, why are you telling the police that they need to do more stop and searches, bro? Nah, bro. I'm going to come and stop and search you now, innit, fam? Tell me what to do.
Stormzy is aware of his voice, innit? Aware of his reach. And he doesn't waste it, bro. He always speaks on everything. You get me? So
do you think Stormzy's going to waste a tweet and say, there should be more stops and searches?
So in that circumstance with Dave, like, was he wrong to kind of get involved with that? Or is it only certain topics that people should be getting involved with?
Like, on that side of fact, I hear where Dave was coming from, because obviously he was coming from, like, he was basically saying there should be more stops and search, basically, because I swear, like, one of his brethren or someone
his brother was in...
got stabbed, basically.
His brother's in jail for that big old Victoria madness a few years ago, you know, when there was like bare youths
and life, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's man still.
But it's
so having said that, he's a bit more qualified than the normal person to talk on it, innit? If that's his opinion, what are you gonna do?
No, I'm just saying that obviously just the way how everybody's in big old support of Stormzy at the moment. Dave was trying to basically do the same thing.
Do you know what it is, yeah? How old is Dave?
I think 19?
19 or
19.
20.
He's mad young.
Bruv, so like
That man that
when
he's definitely
the road
over
was
21.
Mad, yeah. Remember when we used to get terrorized by police, yeah? He would have been like 6.
6, yeah.
Not 6.
Yeah,
Not 6, but he would have been
like
9.
8 or something, bro.
Or
Like it
10,
used
10,
to be
11.
mad,
Hey, bro, I'm not that old, you know.
No, but he's 19. No, but
6, you know.
bro,
That'll make me
like,
in my
what years
30s.
do you think I'm talking about? Like,
Alright, cool. I hear you.
there was
I
a
hear you.
period like when it was just mad,
Horrible.
bruv. Stop and search. It did not make you feel nice, bruv.
bruv.
It did not like. It did not uplift you. Like it was on a mental. Like it's mad. You get me? Like man's been stopped right outside my yard, bruv.
Yeah, trust
My
me,
mum's
fam.
coming out. My neighbours are coming out.
Trust
Like
me,
it's
trust me.
not nice. You get me? And it's for no reason, bruv. And they've come out and admitted that their stop and search policies. They come out and admitted that they oversearched black people by multiple times that they did the white people. They've admitted that they abused their power and they've admitted that it wasn't successful.
Yeah.
So Dave saying that is baseless, isn't it? It was just an emotional
Tweet.
statement coming after my man died, isn't it? But
Yeah.
it's already proved ineffective, isn't it? So it was just baseless, isn't it? Like, but if he was of age when he actually went through the stop,
Then
and
he
search
would have been a bit more.
It sounds
different,
good,
yeah.
but bruv, bruv,
That's the one that, bro.
It was so bait.
Bait,
It
bro.
was so bait. I
Bait.
saw in the corn that he was receiving from every angle.
Every
it was just
angle.
like
Yeah.
horrible. But that's just an example of when like you're getting involved in politics and it goes wrong, kind of thing. So I was just
But in
thinking.
a certain sense, though, it's kind of different to Stormzy's one, because Stormzy's basically saying to Theresa May, like, raw, the building done burned down a couple months time ago now, yeah.
Where's the
You
peace?
ain't done nothing, where's your peace? Whereas he's saying there should be more stops and searches. I ain't going to listen to that, innit, because I don't really feel that, innit. But Stormzy's one, that's real shit, fam. Like, where is the peace? What have you been doing, Theresa May? Where is Theresa May? You know, like that.
100%. I still respect Dave for voicing his opinion.
Yeah.
And it's an unpopular
Don't take it
opinion.
away from him still,
I think
but
it came from his heart, innit? But it was.
Do you think you have to be a certain type of artist to be able to voice your opinion?
No, just voice.
So like, for example, like, okay, cool, you get the greasiest drill guys.
Yeah.
Like, are they allowed to get involved in that
Depends
politics?
on what you're saying, innit? What do you mean?
Like, if they was on,
Give an example.
I don't know, if they started speaking about, I don't know, stop and search,
Yeah.
would they have been?
And saying there should be.
Well,
stuff.
I don't think they would have.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think they would have.
That's what I mean.
Yeah,
It's
like-
gotta make sense.
All right,
So
cool. But
realistic.
if some drill guys came out, started talking about Grenfell and all of that,
Yeah.
you think people would have taken to it?
Yeah, why not?
yeah, why not? Because it's the
That's
truth at
nothing
the end
to
of
do
the day.
with their thing.
Or
bro.
even just politics in general,
Bro,
like
you
vote
gotta
for
remember,
my man,
fam.
do this, do that, like
But you have to be realistic, fam.
Yeah, why not, bro?
Would you hear them say that, fam?
that's what I'm saying.
No,
though,
he's
like,
just saying if, hypothetically, but even still, if they, why not, bro? It's nothing to do with what they're doing, innit?
I think that'd be odd, man. I
What
don't
for
think
you?
I could
What
hear
you?
6-7 talking about vote for Labour.
Yeah, no, I can't hear them saying that
Nah,
myself
bro.
neither as well.
I
That's why I
don't
said you
think
have
I
to be
Well,
realistic,
politics is
innit?
just everybody's own agenda, innit?
Of course,
That's what I was about to
and
say,
you're only,
because-
it's obviously everybody would speak based on their lifestyle.
Yeah, like if mad people have, everybody that has a vote would say, innit? Like I don't know if criminals can vote, innit? Like so, like
Not saying that them man are criminals.
so
either.
if man are criminals, bro, come on, like if man are in and out of jail and everything, I don't know if.
A certain party's gonna tighten up a certain border and that.
They will say vote, innit? Everyone, that's what I mean. Like politics is just about agenda. Each person has their own agenda that fits in with their life, including bad people, innit?
But even them, man, yeah, they talk about their own politics in their own way, innit? Like, how did Jakes deal with them and things like that? That's their versions of their politics, realistically. Like, maybe not the same as voting and all
I hear
this
that.
and that, but it's still politics at the end of the day, innit? Because
I just meant mainstream politics.
Oh.
Like obviously they
Like
they talk about street politics and street
Yeah.
stuff and all that. And I don't mean politics as a word per se, but I just meant as in
Actual
like
politics.
actual.
But
Yeah,
Dave's, I can't lie though, Dave, I kind of get what he means a little bit. He just meant it the wrong way. Like, Like, there's no feds, innit, on the street.
And I understand what you
now
meant.
there is.
I just think
I don't know. I
Nah.
can't remember last time I seen a fed walking around, bro. And if you remember how it was back in the day, it's mad.
it would have been 10 times worse.
You get me? Like, they're just looking. Bruv, you've
Yeah,
ever
no, it's
walked down the
different,
street,
yeah,
a fed just
different.
drove past you, you see them busting you, you
all the
know
time,
what's gonna
what do you
happen.
mean, fam? Man
Bro.
got stopped and searched literally a month
this is
ago
what I'm saying.
outside my
You
yard.
got stopped and
Yeah, outside my yard, fam.
No way.
On my road. Huh?
On foot.
I was one of the zubs outside my yard, fam. Literally, fam.
Yeah, that might have been
drove
why.
past, man, fam. One driving past, man.
Man said it like
Nah,
he
fam,
was
man's
just
on my
walking.
property, fam. They're
Yeah, like you
trespassing,
buy the
fam.
little
in a
bit.
chocolate
You're
bar.
trespassing, fam. You're trespassing on man's property, fam. What you doing, fam? Man's on my bits.
Yeah, no, they
This
was
is my
on to you. They
Wakanda,
was trying to
fam.
find stuff.
This is my Wakanda, fam.
But
Yeah.
Do you, and lastly, like, do you feel like Stormzy in particular and people of that kind of caliber who do these kind of things benefit from, like, is it good for him personally, and is it good for our culture that somebody is speaking out and representing us?
Yeah, 100. How do you mean? Like, does it benefit him?
Like, does it benefit his sales? Because I saw today that he went, what, platinum?
Platinum.
Like,
Of course
is
it
that because of...
Yeah, even if it is, who cares?
I'm not
It's
saying there's a
very
problem
close.
with that.
No, but I'm just saying, like, the same thing in that discussion that man was having the other day about that Drake video and that.
What was that?
About
Oh, yeah,
God's
yeah.
plan and that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, man. Oh. Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, giving out peas, but they're just trying to taint it and that because he's making peas and he makes peas anyway. Whatever song he put out, whatever video, he'd make
makes
peas
peas
anyway.
anyway.
So
So-
he's directly giving people peas and changing their life. And man want to moan because he's making peas from it.
Yeah.
What? So he would have made peas anyway, bro. He's literally directly handing people peas. Yeah, it looks amazing and that, and he's flipping, it's glossy and that, and it's obviously making him look better. But look at what he's actually doing. Bro. What's he gonna do? Give the peas to Oxfam, and then find out them man are beating flipping.
I don't think people are saying that. I think the people are just saying.
Fam,
you
man
filmed it, innit?
man had a beef, not a beef, Twitter
Yeah,
back
nah,
and
he did.
forth with a guy that was saying that, yeah, bro, yeah, that he filmed it and whatnot, and that man's making peace from giving people peace, or man's
Yeah, but-
exploiting them.
Yeah, because you know, like, it's a ploy, innit? It's a
Yeah,
tech.
it doesn't matter, bro, because at the end of the day, someone needs peace, he's giving them peace. Would
Yeah,
you
but
rather?
you can give people peace without filming it, but
Yeah, he
without doing
probably-
any of
yeah,
that.
but
innit?
he
So
could
man
do
has-
though.
Man's not taking away him
Yeah.
giving the peace. Man's basically saying, cool, you've given people peace,
Yeah.
but people do have to realise that
Yeah.
this was a tech as well.
Yeah.
No, but I'm not
Man
saying
is
it
doing
wasn't.
peace,
I wasn't
yeah.
saying it wasn't.
That's what I'm
But
saying.
I don't mind that, bruv, because man's still doing a positive thing at the end of the day, bruv. There's no good deed without it being you benefiting from it from some way. Even if you don't tell no one, you still benefit from it yourself, innit? From helping someone, it does something to you, innit?
That
So that's
people,
just what
that
it
is
is.
that people do good deeds because they believe they're gonna go to heaven.
Exactly, bruv. So it's impossible for you to do that. And the fact that he's filming, alright, he's filmed it. That's been viewed by millions and millions of people. That could inspire more good deeds and more positivity. There's
To say he's not
no
gonna give
problem.
that piece to more people in the next one.
You get me?
Nah, it's true.
No,
I hear
he's
that
making
inspirational
peace
still.
blood. If he done his stripper tunes, he would have made peace.
Yeah.
His gang tune, he would have made
Made
peace.
peace.
He done this, innit? Like, he's still gonna make peace, bro. So,
I definitely hear that.
how
man,
do we
still.
get onto that anyway? From Stormzy, innit?
Yeah.
So, yeah,
I was saying-
if he talks up the things and it benefits him, a man goes platinum, let him, bruv. I'd rather him do that than him do some gang tune and then
Someone
no one
dies.
knows about Grenfell and
Yeah.
then everything else. You get me? Let him benefit.
No. That's a really good point still.
Yeah, trust me.
Because I saw somebody having a Twitter spat with someone saying basically that he's just doing
it's
all
a
of this.
ploy.
Yeah, like he's just
Oh,
doing it
yeah,
all for marketing. Him in particular, and people do this all just for marketing, and it's just to boost his sales.
Yeah, no, people do do it
I know,
for
I know.
marketing, but
That's the majority of what happens.
No, of
to be
course.
honest.
Yeah,
Like,
let it.
these ones, obviously, like the Brits and that, obviously, he didn't have to do that, and it wouldn't have affected him either way if he did or didn't. And like,
But
So-
you got to remember as well. Sorry to cut, but flipping, he can't have told anyone that he was doing that, bro. because I watched that on TV,
Yeah, the muting and
Kendrick
that.
was performing before that. Half of his thing was muted, bro. So if anybody knew that he was doing that, they would have muted that whole thing, bro.
Yeah.
You can't say Daily Mail, suck my dick, and all of these things. That they would have muted the whole thing. So it's got to have come from somewhere, innit? Like, because it can't be easy to pull that off.
Yeah.
It can't be easy. Like, you can't have told people,
Yeah,
you
I'm
can't
gonna
have
say
told
this.
your whole team, we're
I'm
gonna
gonna say
do this,
this,
we're gonna do
that.
this for, and like if it was properly planned there, it would have leaked to someone. Like someone would have known what he was doing. Like, that has to have come from him.
His
bro.
heart, bro.
I don't think many people knew what was gonna happen.
Yeah. No, I definitely agree with you on that because there was a lot of muting going on and a lot of...
Yeah, and I caught it late. I just saw the Kendrick thing. I don't even know if Kendrick's not a guy like that to be talking bare offensive and all these things. Like,
No, but he could have been the one that to do a political one.
yeah, but for who? Donald Trump.
Maybe. No, maybe. There's been a lot going on in America.
Like, Donald Trump bazzes himself with his tweets, bro. Who cares, bro?
Nah, I hear that still.
Everyone disses him, bro. You can't just mute Kendrick, but I don't know, innit? But yeah, no. It could have been a ploy. I don't think it was. Even if it is, something's good come from it. So I don't mind.
Yeah, I don't think it was a plot still. I'm with Vamp on that. I think that came from his heart watching it still.
Cool.
Trust me.
And that wraps up that. So we're going to move swiftly on into our social section. And there's so much to talk about in the social section. That kind of was part of the social section almost. But firstly, I want to send a big RIP out to Stormin. It's been a sad week, obviously, within grime and UK music and that. A real figure, you know what I'm saying? He's a father figure, really. You get me? He's been there from early Nasty Crew days. And I'm not going to beg it and act like I know a million of them and there's tunes because I wasn't like a super fan. But I've always known my man, you get me?
It's a name that you just
know. Yeah.
Even if you don't know nothing. It's a household name.
Yeah. No, and I was sad to see that he lost his life to cancer and all of that. And obviously, we saw him battling through it on Instagram and Twitter and all of that, you know what I mean? So, it's sad to see that come to an end, you get me? But rest in peace and big up your family and friends, you get me?
Rest in peace.
But yeah, moving on. Did you lot see the madness between Notes and Ramz and then Benny Banks?
No, it was just Benny Banks.
It was just
first,
Benny
not-
Banks.
Oh, is it?
No.
There
There was a next mix up. So first,
Oh.
Ramz released his new tune Power.
Yeah.
And
Sounds
that's
like a
what
Notes tune.
no, bro. So
Is that the at Madison Lee one?
so the tune goes, I got the power,
Yeah.
yeah. But basically, there's a Notes tune
On his album.
on the intro of his album, called Crank It Up, and it's basically in the
I
same.
saw a tweet, but I didn't check out the Notes tune.
Yeah, it's in the same melody, innit? Like, saying more or less the same thing. I got the power, innit?
Okay.
So, Notes did a sly shot. He did something first. I think he might have deleted the first tweet. But then he said...
Well, where's King MG, man? He's saying, Queen MG, yeah? Huh? You're the Queen MG. I'm joking.
Then, well, there's this tweet that was left on there, and I'm guessing it's for Ramz. He said, this is Notes saying, Lord knows man wants you to do well, but you just do some questionable things, which makes me think about whether or not I should even rate you as a person.
Okay.
And,
I saw that tweet. I didn't think anything about Ramz.
And I think that was to my man, or he said something around that time. I heard Cheyenne Anderson talking about it on One Extra, innit? Because I missed it. I totally missed it. I didn't even know that there was any kind of biting going on or whatever.
Yeah.
Do you think that's a potential that guy's catted Notes?
Yeah, because even his first tune is a Notes tune.
Nah, man. What's the score? Arsenal scored.
Yeah.
Cheers!
Find that. I didn't even hear that to even comment on that, so I didn't even know that happened still.
Yeah. Do you think he could have bit though?
Yeah.
Do you think he bit him?
I don't know. I can't say he did, but he definitely could have.
I don't think he did, you know.
No, bruv, it's bike culture though.
Oh yeah, we're living in that generation.
Yeah, like,
I don't
it's
think
not
he
even-
did though.
No, I don't.
Because I met the brother. He's a nice brother. I don't think he would do
Whoa,
that.
what does that mean?
I don't think he'd do that.
Man can be nice and just go in the studio, you know.
Influence.
Yeah.
I don't think he'd do that still.
Look at this guy just trying to back it. Like he can still back.
you know.
Man can be nice and bite, you know. Like it's not even an evil gangster sinister thing to do that. It could even be not deliberate, innit? But
That's what I think may have happened. Like it might have been, you know.
no, but
Like
he switched up his style though, innit? Since Addison Lee come out, loads of people switched up their style. Like I know, like
Ramz has been doing the singing thing for a little bit. If you check the last few tunes on his Grime Daily before Barking,
I saw him rapping, bruv. He was rapping it down on Grime Daily, bruv.
I swear he was singing it.
I don't know, but he switched up his style and it worked for him.
And it works for him
It
still.
was 100% after Addison Lee, a long time after Addison Lee, and a long time after the success of Addison Lee. And Barking reminds me a lot of Addison Lee anyway.
Yeah, but then when Notes first came out, everybody was saying he was biting Huss and that.
That's
Yeah.
just what. That's just is what
They
it is.
obviously inspired, innit?
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't say it's impossible because it's 100% likely that Ramz would have definitely heard the Notes tune because it sounds like he listens to Notes. Yeah, just on an assumption one, and then he made that song. He might not have deliberately did it, but sometimes things are in your subconscious. Innit?
And then obviously after we see Benny Banks getting involved.
Yeah.
Because so I think it was the power tune that came out. Everybody's heard it. I think that was Notes' initial reaction was that man's biting me, and I think
Yeah,
people
but is that though?
what
Was that tweet for Ramz?
I believe so. I believe so. There might have been
Why
a different one. I might be wrong, and there might be a different one. But I heard that my man said some stuff about.
Benny said some stuff.
Notes said some stuff about Ramz on the timeline about the tune,
Mm.
and then obviously I heard the other tune. I'll show you, man, in a bit. But yeah, it's on the intro of his latest project, and then obviously Benny Banks probably heard the same power tune, and then he's not rating it. So he's basically gone on the timeline and said the game got lost somewhere between a ting called Madison, who jumped in a Addison, and a ting from Barking at 7 a.m. in the morning. To be honest, I can't relate.
Notes got him.
And then Notes
Everybody,
got involved.
yeah,
but
everyone got him down, innit?
But Notes said some mad thing like.
No, I rate what Notes replied to him with.
Yeah.
So.
What can man say? Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't say
He
nothing
said,
to them.
man can't relate to shotting to crackheads and spending my nights and days in the tea
Yeah.
house. However, I definitely had a sweet one jump in my Addy Lee. And the way it was in the tune is the exact story of how things got patterned when she did jump in the whip. So I respect him on that one still.
No, I respect him on that.
Because
one
everybody
still,
is
but-
always talking about rappers should speak their truth and be real, blah, blah, blah. Like,
People are confusing real with criminal or real with street. Like real is just whatever's real to you,
Yeah.
and that's man's reality.
That's
So,
yeah. They fam,
What's
took
not
all the
real
words
about
right
you
out
think
my mouth
some
still.
of the rappers that have been about for longer are maybe a bit salty about the younger generation coming through and winning?
Yeah, well they shouldn't be, but
Yeah, they are still.
I'm not even pinpointing Benny Banks in particular at this one, but
I don't think it's salt. I think it's more distinguishing the differences between
what is rap?
what is rap and
What
what
is-
is
Yeah, because that's what
Yeah, but
you're
it's
right.
calling-
You're right. Because a lot of I know he was in particular saying,
people
like I don't like the way how all of this is being fused under rap kind of thing.
Or grime or whatever.
We can hear your ears, bruv. Like Benny Banks' songs don't sound anything like that. As an example. So even if man's putting it under one umbrella or whatever, you lot are different categories in itself.
And we know the we know the sub.
Who on earth is gonna ever compare Benny Banks and Ramz?
Yeah, for real.
Who? Like it's impossible, isn't
It's
it?
two
It's just
different realities,
different,
bro.
isn't it?
It's two different realities.
It depends. Like, you're saying that because you come from the culture. So for the mainstreamers, So the people that are just being exposed to it on like the Brits and stuff like that now,
Yeah.
when man is coming up and then you're getting best
best rap.
category, best rap category or
What,
whatever.
and Ramz
And you
is
got
in there.
Ramz
then
in there.
You got Ramz in there. Then guys is gonna start saying, "Yo, but this ain't
ain't rap."
Guys
don't
had
know,
to go
man.
into that category
Yeah.
where Ed Sheeran and that.
But they ain't done that, innit? So I can't speak on that if that's not what's happened.
No, I definitely hear where guys is coming from with that one still. But it is true though, still. They're classifying everything as UK rap nowadays, to be honest with you, so...
Or grime, innit?
Yeah.
Well,
Did you lot watch the? I know you watched
Afro
it.
swing.
Did you watch the Jammer interview?
Yeah, it was lit.
I have to speak about it. That was funny,
It was
bro.
lit, bro.
He had a Kanye moment, boy.
Still.
He's a G, bro.
What happened with Jamo?
It's been a while
So
since I've agreed
So
with
Jammer
someone
had
like
an
that.
interview with DJ
DJ
Argue.
Mm.
He-
Ironically.
on
Argued him down.
yeah.
bro.
So basically, Jammer went in there. He was anti from the beginning, and his vibe was like it was kind of salty. Still, he's like
Yeah, yeah.
you've been
Like
playing the-
Birdman in Breakfast Club, yeah.
Ballerinas and that.
No.
Put some respect
It
on
was
it.
a bit like that, bro.
Well, put a bit some respect on my name.
It was a bit.
Basically, Jammer come in there with a vibe like, yeah, why are you playing all these dance, man? And then he went on to saying that, like, this went on to start to discuss like business and why he pays artists to jump on Lord of the Mics and why he thinks platforms should be allowing artists to come on for free and getting money from like big organizations and brands such as Nike and Adidas and blah, 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 instead of taxing the mandem kind of thing, basically. Sorry, you was gonna say, G.
Yeah, but what Jammer's thing, yeah, it was basically like an extended version of what Benny Banks was basically saying.
Yeah,
Man
grime
was
version.
basically, saying that grime.
No, but
is
then
not
no.
what you man are listening to right
Yeah.
now. innit? Like,
Yeah, he started off with
'Cause
that,
he-
but then it went off into the Lord of the
into
Mic.
the Lord of the Mics.
Cause and to be honest, he does have a point with that. Cause yesterday at the Brits, I heard the presenter say, "Oh, the best grime act or something in relation to Stormzy," and like Stormzy does do grime, but I wouldn't call him the best grime act.
Of course he is.
I wouldn't.
Who's a better grime actor than Stormzy?
I don't know. Someone who does more grime.
Yeah, but who's there gonna put in the Brits?
I'm not. I'm just saying,
No,
though.
but for the Brits, he's probably the most famous act.
Oh,
in,
come on,
in
man.
grime.
But that's what the award is, isn't it? It's for basically, essentially, for that year, the most famous.
Me, I don't care in it personally. I think grime is
Was
everything.
that
I
category
think
in Brits, yeah?
no, it wasn't. He
Oh,
didn't-
best male, innit?
No, but he just called him
Who?
the best. The presenter called him, referred to him as the big like best
Yeah.
grime
What
act.
does that mean? That's the presenter's opinion.
Yeah, I know, but that's what it follows on from what he's saying,
Yeah,
isn't it?
the mainstream, what the mainstream
Perceive
media is feeding to the
Yeah, but
the
what?
general public.
Unless you man think Stormzy's not grime, I don't get.
No,
the
man's
problem.
not saying that he's not grime.
They're just trying to say
Man's
that.
saying that there is differences in grime, innit?
Yeah.
So what Stormzy does, he's got a fuller package than a lot of directly grime acts, innit? So Stormzy, he's got other types of tunes. He does rap tunes. He does
Everything.
these
Gospel.
singing tunes,
Yeah, he
he's
does
got-
everything.
But there's acts that are grime.
Just grime.
Just grime
innit?
acts.
So then to say that man is the best grime act when you don't just do grime, it's a bit.
I don't think so. I don't think so. I disagree, bro.
But
I
for
heard
me,
that
obviously,
still.
I do the whole.
I
do the whole-
Chris
I would-
Brown's a R&B done, yeah? But then he does two
bit-
rap tunes, yeah?
And then he
the
gets
guys
the
just come
best
around
rap,
and say,
yeah,
yeah,
gets
Yeah,
he's
but
the
that's
best
not
rapper.
what Stormzy has done, though, isn't it? That's not what Stormzy has done, though.
No, but in
No,
a certain
but
sense, though, but that's what they're classifying as grime when realistically he's not the best grime act, if you know what I mean? But to them,
I don't know who would be.
But to
But
them,
he's
that's.
not saying that he's not the best.
Yeah,
He's
but
just
to saying.
That
like,
To them, that's what they're classifying
no,
as.
but man does grime, and man's on the Brits. So that's all that they did, innit? That's all they said. And man is the best at this current moment. So 1, 2, 3, innit?
to, to be honest, for me, like this whole thing is grime, innit? UK rap.
Ooh,
that's a lot.
You can't say that.
I know.
That's the same thing like saying that black people are hooligans, bro. It's the same as black people are hooligans. You can't say that. It's all different, bro.
So yeah, my personal opinion is that like grime is the culture now, innit? Like I think it's evolved from being just a sound and a genre. I think it's more of our culture, innit? Like when we talk about grime, it's a comparison to American talking about rap. Like rap is everything, you get me? Because there isn't no R&B no more. Like
there is still.
Nah, bruv, there's not. There's
There
not.
is
Where?
some.
In America and that. There's not R&B like per se slow jams and that. It's not.
R&B pop or
Nah, bruv, that's all rap. It's all rap, hip hop.
There's R&B.
Yeah, trust me, it's R&B, fam.
Yeah,
It's
why
a
it's
big
not the
culture,
same
fam.
how-
Alright, but
It's
Tory
limited,
Lanez
but
and
it's still a
Tory
big
Lanez
culture.
and all of them.
But
all it-
Tory Lanez ain't even an R&B artist, fam.
Bruv, no.
Bryce
and
and
Scissor and all of these other ones. There's actual
Yeah, but
R&B
I'm
acts,
talking.
bro.
All right, cool. There is R&B still, but you know what I'm talking about? Like that rap singing stuff is rap.
Luther Vandross.
Yeah, but that's not R&B though.
Future Vandross, bro.
Okay, and did you?
Razor and Blaze, bro.
But wait, before we finish there though, do you agree with what Jammer was saying though in the interview and that?
Yeah, 100. DJ Argue didn't argue very well, bro.
Did you think that? Did you think Jammer was right to shout him down and get vexed at him like that? It made great entertainment.
Listen, you see people like Jammer and that. Yeah. You know when you've been in the game for so long, you know, people just need to put respect on your name.
Yeah. No, do you know what? I think DJ Argue done that thing of like, you know, when you're the host and you're trying to create content, so you're putting out the conversation and you're playing devil's advocate.
Yeah, but he was the wrong person.
He cornered himself. He cornered himself so hard, bruv. Because he said in the same conversation, when Jammer was saying what you said about people shouldn't be charging, we shouldn't be charging each other as a scene. Like, there's people that you should be charging in, and like there's people out there to charge to make peas off. Like we shouldn't be charging each other, kind of thing. DJ Argue saying no, but what about these kids? They need money. They're doing their thing, and they should be charging. Innit? They should be charging. And then further down the line, when man talks about his clash, did you pay the kids?
No.
Obviously not.
That's what pissed man off. What's that?
Man's gone blind now, innit? Because and you saying, oh, but it's a radio show. But bruv, it's their art that you lot are making peas off and selling, and you've just said that they should be charging, innit?
Yeah, no matter
And
what.
you're talking to a man that's been paying artists for like 15 years and like paying people to do his thing. You've just kind of exploited them, innit?
Yeah, but that's what I was saying before. That whole conversation, that's why I say like people like Jammer and that, you just have to put respect on their name and assume, cause man's been doing certain things for so long, he knows what he's chatting about. This DJ Argue you, he's just a youth man.
He's not. He's a big 28.
He's 28.
He's older than me.
Look at him in his face, and look at the conversation stance that he had. The way Jammer was talking to him and the way he was responding, it was like a grown man talking to a child.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's bad. Oh, let's stop this interview. Let's stop the interview. Man's trying to... What? I'm going to get mad. Man said the security can't... You better tell him to move. He's going to get mad in here. I said, yo. Everybody got threatened down, you know. They thought the security guard could come stand still and man's just going to silence. No.
Bro, I thought that he chilled out a bit when the security man
you're
came.
wrong still. You didn't watch that properly, bro. Man pointed at him. Man said, tell him to move. It's cool, bro. It's cool. Pattern.
And then the last thing within this section, did you not see that Lotto boyz and Tyga beef? So basically, Lotto boyz made
Whose beat is that? Whose beat is it?
Let me explain.
Oh.
So Lotto boyz made a tune called Hit List and they put it out, I think, on their last EP. And Tyga made some new tune called Faithful with Bryson Tiller or one of them man there. And he's just dropped it on his album mixtape or something.
Yeah.
And it's the same rhythm, innit? So obviously Lotto boyz and everybody on the timeline from England has got onto Tyga like, why are you stealing
The beat.
stealing my man's tune? And
Did they pay for it though?
well, that's the question. Like, is
It's a beat, innit?
If it's a beat and they ain't paid for it, and they
It
just gone
depends
over
on
it.
if the producer come out and talk, bruv. Lotto boyz, I don't know how their things pattern. It like Tints is saying, if they've bought the beat and the exclusivity of the beat, then and he's taken it somehow.
Yeah, it's a shame.
Yeah, because, well, what that man tweeted Tyga saying, you really jacked our beat to Hit List, thought you stopped at Controller. And then somebody pressed Tyga about it on Instagram or whatever.
Did you reply?
And he said on his Instagram, he said, I bought and recorded this song 7 months ago. Maybe the producer ID sold too.
Producer ID.
Yeah, I don't know if that, maybe.
Sold it to them too.
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you think?
That's it. Like, it
that's-
didn't.
You
Man's
can
on-
do that though still, but
Bro.
it's iffy innit, because if it's on an EP thing and they're selling their EP, then I swear you
Yeah,
have to
man are out
go.
of pocket. They don't need to go to Tiger for that problem. That's the
Yeah,
producer.
that's the producer.
Exactly, it's not Tiger.
It's not Tiger's problem. That's
You
the
think that man
producer.
a bit milking it a bit?
What, trying to chat nonsense to Tiger?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course they are, fam. He wouldn't.
Maybe it's press promo, everything. Because it's a
'Cause
beat.
you see
innit?
something similar the other day, innit? With who was it? Fredo
man,
and
Oh,
Yeah,
designer.
the designer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's crazy, man.
That's different though.
Why?
Because designer's vexed that his vocals is been released, innit? It's not a beat.
No, I hear that still.
Lotto boyz are mad about a beat that they didn't produce, so they don't own it.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
Unless they made, I don't know how that.
Yeah, they need to come out with a contract and come out with the papers.
Whose beat is it? If
You know, like that. You know, like them snitching allegations. Here's the papers. I bought the
If it's
beat.
not their beat,
But if
no,
it's not
it's
their
a
beat, yeah.
You
If
know
they've
how much
just paid
versions
the
get patterned on tunes.
different
like-
beats, bro. Trust me.
From 2012 and sent to 20 man.
Yeah, trust me, bro.
No, I hear that
Man
still.
didn't jack it, bro. Like,
Pay the one bag.
but he probably has heard them man's tunes.
Yeah, no, I hear
don't-
that still.
I don't know when he released it. Like, that's not out of the thing. But even if you heard their thing, the tune don't sound similar. Not to me,
Why do you say the Fredo situation is different?
because
And I'll tell you
designer's
why.
the person that's vexed, and designers recorded on it. If designer owns his voice, innit?
Yeah, but you don't own the lyrics. You don't own the
beat.
vocals. Sorry.
Yeah, but it's still him, innit? If he doesn't want to be represented in this current moment and time by Fredo, he can be mad. He might not be able to
But
do
yet
anything
again,
about
though, within the whole music thing, it's all about paperwork, isn't it? Like,
Yeah, because with
don't
that,
forget-
in America, I know it happens quite regularly. Like
it. Yeah,
producers
but
will,
sell the vocals.
they will sell your vocals along with the tune.
Yeah, so man could be mad because what if?
But then designer shouldn't be mad with Fredo. He should be mad with the producer again.
he just tweeted, didn't he? He didn't direct his
Oh,
anger
okay,
at
yeah,
anybody.
fair enough, fair enough.
But that's if, let's say, designer had a mad problem with Fredo, or he knew someone that had a mad problem with someone, and he's recorded this thing and it was months ago. He's gone away, he's carried on doing his thing, and now these things just being released on a song with a guy that you don't know. Like, it could be.
I understand why he's vexed.
I
Don't get
understand
me
why it's
wrong.
vexed as well, still, but with the music game, especially nowadays, it's all paperwork, innit? Still, so.
Yeah, it's all a bit mad though.
Yeah, super teeth, blood.
What's
Proper
teeth?
teeth.
Who's team?
Yeah, fam,
Oh.
super teeth, bro.
To be honest,
No,
it
no.
is mad like that because well, I don't know if it's just because we're getting old now, yeah, but I feel like everybody's remixing like 90s classics now. You get into that era.
That's what I said
Yeah.
about bike culture. Like, not necessarily bike, but music's getting lesser and lesser original, isn't it?
But I feel like that was.
But it's always that. But I think,
There's
yeah,
always
we
been
just
that,
didn't
But
know.
we've come through a few generations to realize it, innit?
Yeah, but I think, you see, like when we was growing up, that like the same sampling and stuff was going on then, but we just
that
didn't
was
know.
like the mass time of
Because that's where music was coming. It was new, innit?
That's where the.
No, and we just didn't know because we didn't know because we was too young.
Knew the tunes from before, innit? So
Yeah,
all the
man
tunes
didn't
that
have
we
a
was
clue.
hearing,
like Biggie and that was sampling bare tunes from 80s and 70s, bro. But it's nothing to do, man. It's way before man's time, you get me? So man wouldn't know, it would just come as original. So now...
But talking about all of this sampling though, I heard an interesting fact today still that, you know when Jay-Z made that song where he had to get the sample from that Annie song, what was it again? Hard Knock Life. Yeah. He must have signed a deal, where he gets basically any other hip hop artist that wants to use that sample gets an okay straight away just because Jay-Z signed some okay with Annie basically. It's cleared through Jay-Z.
So anybody can
any hip hop artist can they just
why
need
you
to
releasing that, bro? We should be remaking that. You get me?
So any hip hop artist can use that, but they have to go through Jay-Z to get it okay first.
Oh, Jay-Z has to clear it now.
Yeah. So they've Ant's giving Jay-Z the okay, but
the exclusivity now.
Yeah, but if you want to go to it, but that's why Nipsey Hussle used it on Hustle Motive, one of his songs, basically, isn't it?
Was that on his new tune?
Yeah. So like when I heard that, that's when I was like, raw. It's kind of mad that they're talking about this, and I was watching that because it's proper. Like, man was part of that era where they was doing all of that sampling and things like that, innit? Like look at Puff Daddy with More Money, More Problems with Notorious B.I.G. Guy said in the interview, we've got More Money, More Problems. Couple months later, this song comes out. You have to remember it. So like, all of them songs was just remixes and samples. Yeah, like we was part of that. Like 1990s, that was the generation of all of that, bro. Wu-Tang Clan used to do it.
It's just crazy
even
for me,
DJ
like,
Premier, bro.
It's just crazy for me to hear like Craig David and them man getting sampled. I heard there's a next tune as well. I can't remember. It's a shanty.
Why is that crazy though?
It's just
we're talking about the beats or
the beats.
What's that
songs
song where guys took bare songs and put it in one tune?
Which one?
There's one song where a guy, he sang Usher, You Remind Me, then he sang Craig David in the hook, then he sang this.
I don't know that
What?
tune.
You do, bruv. You do, definitely do.
I know the Ray tune. Ray's that, you know that girl Ray. That new artist that's come out with Ray.
I said that's how like a young.
Yeah, man. They want me a lot, but I got the key.
This is that again?
Youngin. That's what reminded me of it. But it was like that. There was a song where somebody sang, You Remind Me of a Girl, and then somehow we flipped it into Monday, took her for a drink on. Bruv, come on, man. Big tune.
You see that tried to remix J Hus and everybody got onto him. I don't know what his name is. Everyone started calling him B-Tech J Hus, but he literally...
I said B-Tech.
But he literally took like...
J Hus come out like that though, bro.
I know. Hey, for real.
He come out like that.
For real.
He just managed to find himself and just blossom into
For
an
real.
amazing
That's a
artist.
great point, you know.
He
Jay
come
Huss
out
is
like
the
that,
original
bro.
Cameron, fam. What do you mean?
Cameron
used to do that as well, fam.
Yeah.
His first song, he bit like, no, I wouldn't even say bite, but he took like 4 people's thing. He come in saying, talk about how she got a hashtag ugly. That's like 3 people have already used it. Like Skepta and Stormzy, and then there's like a grandchild on that one. And then something about a bang bang and I still get moolah or something like Sneak.
And then he had bare 50 Cent references.
Yeah.
Bare things.
But you know what it is though? I think when it comes to that biting thing, it's all about you adding your swag to it, your personality, you know, like that. Because it's been happening from day dot, bruv.
Yeah.
Michael Jackson might have bit someone.
Aye,
Prince
like,
might have
leave
bit
it out.
someone, you know, like that.
Leave it out.
What's his live lad? You done
21 questions.
That was hard.
You're supposed to take something on live line as well, innit?
You take that one.
He did it hard still.
Trust me, everyone's probably bit everyone, fam.
Cool. Well, that moves us on to the last section, Rhythm of the Week.
Here we go.
Bruv, you know, here we go. Like, I'll give you, man, a voice
You're
and
ready
that.
for it.
And now, you know, I'm bitching still.
Run your rhythm in it.
What's your rhythm? My rhythm's last.
No, my rhythm's lost still.
Oh, I thought you
Well, the official rhythm,
Sponsored
Hdvsn
official
Rhythm of the Week.
Yeah, sponsored
Sponsored
by
by
some
Hdvsn.
fake person.
Is Burner Won't Stop. Riddim, man. So hard.
What do you like about it?
It's wavy. He's got content, and yeah, the beat's hard. Simple.
No, go on.
What, no rhythm?
No, mine's lost.
I know what his one is. He's gonna choose his own thing.
Window.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Window just dropped. You get me? GRM Daily.
Ban that, man.
Such a thing.
They already getting enough peas, bro.
They're getting bare peas, but that's where the video is. What do you want me to do?
It's
Pretend
calm,
it's
man.
not. Yeah, Window, man. That's my rhythm of the week.
Yeah.
VxMP, CR Federal, Window. Check it.
What's good about the tune, bro?
Because it's just, it's...
I like that tune still. It's hard. I'm not even just saying it because it's
Yeah.
vamp. It's actually different.
It
I've always,
suits him, you get me?
like, it's no, it's not even that still.
Yeah.
It's the whole video is just different still.
It's techie. I think it's a sound that is not come from exactly what we're saying. Especially how I know that how the song come about. The sound is not come from anything that we've heard from our peers, kind of thing. Like it's like a reggae sound at a reggae tempo, and man just spat on it. Like we put a normal hook on, or we was ourselves. We was ourselves on the tune, but
What's your rhythm tips?
yeah, man.
Oh, it was the Fredo, yeah, Dave Huss and designer tune still. I actually like that song.
Dave
I can't lie.
Huss.
Dave Huss. Dave E still. Dave E's Fredo.
Dave Huss, yeah.
Like Sammy Buzzard.
What does that sound like, bro?
What, Dave East?
Dave Huss would be hard, you know. Dave and J Huss, that would be a bad boy artist.
You know, man, just put an idea in the air.
Yeah,
really,
Dave Huss,
But no,
man.
yeah, that's my rhythm of the week still.
Alright, cool. Well, you man got rhythm of the week?
He's rhythm, so basically, Tints' rhythm of the week is a fugazi tune, bro. that artist didn't even want to be released.
Chop and change
Man
song,
called it
fam.
Fugazi, you know.
Guys took the song, put it on there, said, yeah, I'm on it.
Chop
It's my
and
tune,
tune.
innit? Yeah,
No,
bro.
Fredo is hard, though. I listened to that tape, and bruv, he is
I
hard.
can't remember what tune I like from the tape. Is
Like, just the
whole
way
thing,
how
fam.
he's rapping and that he's clearly
Whole
like
thing.
transitioned, like he's really rapping. Like before, he was just like a street man
I
making
think it
a
might be
banger.
the tune with Rattling.
All of them are hard. That's the tune I didn't really like. Because they just kept saying that their chain cost a mortgage and that. They said it like 4 or 5 times,
They
bro.
always upset me, man.
But bruv,
Only I had
that man talk next piece,
Peace,
bruv.
fam.
Fredo's P talk, I think, is up there. His money talks, bruv.
Yeah, I think it was that
Fredo
tune
raps
still.
like he's the richest man in the world. You can't talk to me about P.
Yeah.
Like when he's rapping, you can't
Can't
really.
really talk to him.
You get me? He's cold. He's
Do you
cold.
think who had the better project, Mist or Fredo?
Fredo,
Fredo
you.
still.
Fredo,
I've missed his wavy though, man.
Fredo, bro. I listened to Mist's thing.
Did you say he's washed?
You don't like Mist?
This is hard, man.
I hear when people don't really like him. I hear it. He's got his lane.
That
and
tune
he
with
found it,
Nines
but
is
he's
hard.
used it. Yeah, but Nines, man.
Nah, man. It's
Nines
not, man. It's not,
showed
man.
it.
It's because there's bare people that's kind of got their lane and you're different with your lane. Like, it's not just the same.
Yeah,
Like,
Mist
everything
makes the
you
same
have
song.
brought out for the years from day dot to day now, it's the same, bro.
Day
Guys
dot
don't
to
even know
day
if
now,
it's,
you know.
guys don't even know if it's your first single.
Yeah, no, he does make the same
Trust
kind
me,
of
bro.
song.
Like,
Vision
I
and
think
a
he's
plan.
sick though. Don't get me
He
wrong.
says the same kind
But,
of thing.
like,
He's
yeah,
got
like-
his way of. He's found his way to make tunes and to attack beats.
I think that's partly why people like him.
Yeah, you know what you're getting. You know what you'll go for.
Nah,
But
man,
then-
but it's too repetitive
Yeah.
though, bro.
But how
Like,
when I say that and you listen to Future,
no, but
Nah,
Future's
man.
different
What
though,
you
fam.
talking
Come on,
about?
fam. Future's
talking about?
don't
Listen,
try
yeah.
it.
Listen,
You lot
fam,
don't
you've
try
never
it.
listened.
Here
You've
we
never sat
go.
down.
Here we go.
Man would have
Here
listened,
we
yeah.
go.
Bro, when you say Future,
Here we
bro,
go. Here we
guys
go.
have brought out,
Here
guys
we
have brought out,
go.
yeah, 15 to 12 different projects, and it's not all the same, bro.
You
Listen
are
to
mad.
it, fam.
How many tunes
Listen
do you
to
listen from
Mist.
each Future project?
Fam,
Because I know I
can tell
listen
you,
to
I've
about
listened to
2.
all 220 tracks, so I've got a playlist on my phone.
120
I
tracks.
Fam, I can say that, fam.
got
But
my
with
favourite
Mist, I actually
Future
downloaded Mist's thing. I even went on what's that thing, Spotify, got everything as well.
So what's that?
Listened to all of it, and I was like, bro, it's like I'm still listening to the first mixtape, fam.
Yeah, because they all sound the same.
And it's not good, bruv.
Yeah, Mist, innit?
Oh, I thought you
So I'm
said
saying for
Future.
Mist, fam,
Sorry.
Future's
Yeah,
different,
see.
fam. Future's
No,
different, fam.
I can't lie. This last thing that I heard, he did branch out a little bit. a little bit, but he went through a stage where like all his singles were the same. Like Carla's Back, then Hot Property, We Ain't the Same, Madness. They're all like the exact same way he attacks the tunes.
Yeah.
He's saying the exact same thing.
Trust me.
It was a bit simple, innit? But sonically, it was good, innit? And I think that's what people are attracted to. Songs. It doesn't need to be so complicated. People aren't. Their minds don't need to be so much challenged.
I respect what he's doing though, because obviously, like, he's gone far in the thing, innit? But yeah, just listening to everything.
His videos, though.
Yeah, his videos
I think
are
that's
crazy.
maybe what's popped him off as well. His videos are
Super crazy, but
he's the one that set the bar higher for the visuals in this country, bro.
Again.
If I'm honest.
It's just hard to watch the video when you're listening to the tunes.
Have you heard his interview on that?
Which one?
When he went Kenya on that with Julie, bro.
Yeah, that was a wicked interview.
Bro, man's talking
That made me
about-
listen to the project.
Man's talking about man's filming that and that sleeping next to hyenas and that.
What?
I said, fam,
Yeah.
that's a next dedication, bro.
It's real.
You can't chat to him after man saying that. Yeah, man was just explaining about what he's done and how he's come about shooting all these different videos, innit? And when he just has this vision and he executes it, innit? So a man decided to go to a jungle. A man ended up going Kenya and that, not really knowing what's going on. Man lost the drone in a jungle. Man had to go and get the drone wherever it was and ended up found it. And man had to go sleep in the shed in the middle of the thing. And the people told you, yeah, don't go outside in the night.
Or you're gonna get
All
eaten.
these animals hop out and get me. So they're in a bed hearing hyenas and that. Fam, see hyenas, man. I'm not on it. Still.
Yeah, they don't.
Them type of animals.
They're
bro.
savages,
Devil,
You've
bro.
been traumatized since Lion King, yeah?
Yeah, Lion King's my thing, but hyenas and that,
They're real savages, you know.
Bro, hyenas, fam.
They're real savages, you know.
Hyenas are different animals.
laugh
blood.
about it.
They're the devil, blood. They're connected to some next thing, bro.
And they laugh about it.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
mad.
it's mad, fam.
You think I can hear a hyena just laugh? What are you laughing for?
What are you laughing for?
What's funny,
You ain't
bro?
even done the dirt yet. Guys,
Evil,
they're
yeah.
laughing.
I ain't
Yeah.
playing about that.
No,
so,
trust
yeah.
me, man. No, I rate them for
For a
them.
man goes through that to put into his craft, you have to respect, bro.
Yeah, no, super D
You
still.
have to respect it.
And on that note, I think we're going to wrap it up. Thank you for watching another episode. Make sure you subscribe. Follow all the man them. Love.
Kicking back with Gap. Guys are ready for that outro, bro.
Tell us, bro.